I'm worried. I'm all in a fuss over it. What would you do? Okay, I'm in a little bit of a stressed out situation, which is there's squirrels, 2 or 3 squirrels that have been making 3 huge holes on my house, and it's because we disrupted the balcony above because of a leak. I mean, one thing leads to another, right? So anyway, the squirrels made these massive holes. And one day I didn't know about the holes yet, and I just thought a squirrel was stuck. Turned out he wasn't stuck, he was building a home. We put out live traps because I didn't want to hurt the squirrels. And the good thing was it kind of deterred them. They weren't making more holes and they weren't as disruptive. But no squirrels went inside. Today, this evening, a squirrel did go inside. And he's freaking out. I tried to help him get out because I looked online and it's illegal. Like, you're not even supposed to have live traps. I didn't put it down. I used a service who did it. But it's illegal in California to live trap and release, because I was like, I can handle that the squirrel was in there and I didn't want him to get hurt. So I was going to drive him away and release him. Well, did some research, can't do that because they'll die. So it turns out this good deed of trying to save the squirrels and relocate them is a very bad one because they won't live anyway. So now I'm trying to get the squirrel out without hurting him and without him having a heart attack and release him back onto my property. I tell you. And I'm worried. One thing that calmed the squirrel down is throwing a towel over him. I tried to throw water on him in case he was overheating. That was a bad idea. He didn't like that. So my son put a towel over him and he seems to have calmed down, but it's dark outside. What if coyotes come? I know there's big things happening in the world, but this is what's happening in my immediate world, and it's something that I can do something good about. And I don't want to hurt the squirrel. So we're going to block off the holes and make the holes so that any squirrels that might be living in the wall can get out, but they can't get back in temporarily. That's what we're going to try and do. And then as soon as this damn deck gets fixed, everything will go back to normal and hopefully they'll be fine and they'll be happy that they have their deck back. Me and wildlife. If I told you the story about the woodpeckers, anyone who knows me, who knows my woodpecker story, ooh boy, that went on for years. I think I won, finally. It was like an 8-year battle. And then, you can look on YouTube to see my bee journey. Got a lot of things up in the hills. Anyway, that's what we're dealing with over here while Chef Bear is cooking. But we're going to solve the problem now. Hi there. So I just want to update you on the squirrel situation this morning. Last night we were able to release her back onto my property, and she was pregnant. So that's what she was trying to make a house for her babies. 2 new worries were last night in the middle of the night, I was woken by, coyotes. And so I hoped she wasn't attacked by them. But my son reminded me there's coyotes all the time. So there's no reason to believe that. Also that we didn't close her babies into the wall. But I think she's pregnant and that there's no babies yet. So those are my new things to think about while I get about my day doing my work. But little squirrels, stop coming in the house. Stop making holes in the wall. Oh, I gotta show you the holes. She made this hole that we tried to cover last night. You can see all the craziness. And I'll show you over here. She made that hole, and that hole, and that hole. Although I think that was a different squirrel that she's in cahoots with, so